Why dyslexics make awesome leaders. A subject close to my heart. I've never been tested. I'm pretty sure I'm somehow dyslexic or other. My 2 kids definitely are. Please give Rebecca a warm welcome.
Thank you. Yeah, so hi everyone, I'm Rebecca, good to meet you all, and I'm going to talk to you around why dyslexics make awesome leaders. So, to start with, you'll notice some spelling mistakes purposely in there. Probably about time our neurotypical friends learnt to decode a few letters like we have to, so I thought I'd put a challenge up there for you guys. So we're going to cover some stats because all good presentations should start with some stats. And then I'm going to talk you through 5 dyslexic superpowers or strengths that are conducive to awesome leadership. And then finally, we're going to talk about dyslexic thinking and AI because it's 2025, we've got to talk about AI in everything we do. Okay, so the stats. So in the UK, 10% of the population are estimated to have dyslexia. Dyslexia occurs regardless of intelligence level, and up to a third of leaders, so 1 in 3, are estimated to be dyslexic, and I am a dyslexic leader. So, as I said, we're going to touch on the strengths. So strength number 1 is big picture thinking. So, leadership. We need to be natural systems thinkers. We need to be able to see the whole. We need to have that helicopter kind of micro view and macro view. And dyslexics are real naturals at this kind of thing. We're not just good at seeing the big picture, but we're also really good at telling stories and getting that big picture kind of story across to our teams, setting a compelling vision and getting that communication across. And I think you'll probably agree, lots of leaders in the room, that leadership is essentially about getting people on board. Like, we need the followers, we need people following the vision. So it's really, really key. So narrative framing, so telling the story, seeing the vision, outperforms instruction by 50 to 80% in terms of action taken. So it's not just about fun. This storytelling, big picture thinking actually gets more stuff done, and what business wouldn't want that? And yeah, the most powerful person in the world is actually the storyteller, according to Steve Jobs. Couple of dyslexics here for you. So Steven Spielberg, one of the greatest storytellers alive, telling stories through film, of course, diagnosed with dyslexia at age 60. So there's always time. And then Agatha Christie as well, queen of crime fiction, a dyslexic. Strength number 2 is cutting through the noise. So, super important one, cutting through the noise and recognising, I guess, patterns as well in terms of that noise. So if you ever find yourself thinking any of the below, why are we talking about all this detailed crap? Can't these people just see we need to do X to solve the problem? Or it's just so obvious to me? Then you might be dyslexic. Or you could just be in a room with bad management. But yeah, it is. It's kind of like a sixth sense. So you know the answer. You're in the meeting. There's lots of complex, detailed information flying around, but somehow you know what we need to be doing. You know where we need to be going. And yeah, you've generally got no idea how you know that answer either. So strength 3 is resilience. So leadership, as we know, lots of leaders in the room, involves lots of setbacks, lots of failures, loads of resistance to change. And this is something that dyslexics, from a young age, we build that resilience. Like, not the nicest way to build resilience, but it happens from a young age. So we often face early academic challenges or processing challenges, and we start to build this mindset of, we will get there, I'll find a way. So we develop alternate strategies, lots of perseverance, lots of grit. So that's something that, like I say, we build from a young age, and it's a real kind of asset in terms of leadership. Like, we need resilient leaders. We need that mindset of, we will find a way to get there. And in terms of people, Muhammad Ali here is an example of, I guess, resilience. So originally refused to kind of fight in the Vietnam draft. It was illegal back then to refuse to go to war. Obviously famous boxer. So he was, exiled, and after 3 years of forced exile, he made a big comeback, reinvented his boxing style, and arguably one of the best boxers of all time. So super resilient, super comeback. If anyone's not seen any videos of Muhammad Ali fighting, he's amazingly quick. I would suggest having a look. And how to measure resilience, just a bit of a heuristic on that, is it's the time it takes from a setback to a comeback. Okay, strength number 4 is delegation. So yeah, again, needed in leadership, lots. So 56% of UK managers say they find delegation difficult. Little secret, it's really, really easy to delegate if you don't actually know how to do the thing, or you're not very good at doing the thing that you're delegating. Tongue in cheek, like obviously dyslexics, we can read super detailed reports, we can, create the dashboards and do all that really detailed work and the reading, we can do it, but it's not our strength, it's not our superpower. So for me, it's so easy for me to delegate that stuff because I've got brilliant people who can do it. Why kind of like put my mind on it? And this is a struggle because I work with senior leaders and you see, senior leaders who are just bogged down in the detail, like they're busy doing the stuff that, the team should be doing, and then the leadership kind of takes that hit. So I think this is a challenge, and I think, I see it all over the business, but as dyslexics, it's something we actually find really easy to do. Effective leaders, we don't try to do everything. We delegate, we trust others, and we build capability within our teams. And favourite dyslexic of all time there, Richard Branson, who everyone will probably know. But you can see his sort of portfolio now of companies, super entrepreneur, dyslexic, and you wouldn't catch him obviously flying the plane as the pilot. He wouldn't be kind of in the Virgin Galactic kind of rocket ships doing the astronaut duties. It's not his thing. He's not the detailed guy, but in terms of the vision, in terms of seeing the patterns in these different areas and what needs improvement in the world, like he's obviously got that in buckets and spades. All right, last strength is emotional intelligence. So any dyslexics who take, you'll have seen the 360 feedback tests or like the personality kind of tests and scoring, like any dyslexics will generally score extremely highly when it comes to emotional intelligence. So generally leaders who connect with people, we understand perspective, and we build trust and we show empathy as well. Sweet. I've got Walt Disney up here. Creative leader, dyslexic again, built an empire by understanding what people feel, what they imagine, and what they yearn for. And this is essentially actually what we need to do in corporate worlds to build teams. So it's the same skills we need to build these brilliant teams. So we do need to understand, like, why are people coming to work? What do they yearn for? Who will they work well with? Who do we need to keep them away from? Where are the politics? All this stuff that creates this really like productive kind of team. We build productive teams and we sense where connections make sense. Essentially dyslexics are the Walt Disney or the Disney of the corporate world, is what I'm saying there. Finally, AI. I said we'd touch on AI because we've got to do it in 2025. So I asked ChatGPT, what human skills can't AI replace? And the answer was deep emotional intelligence, creativity, building relationships and influencing, sense-making in complex social situations, delegation, leadership, resilience, and grit. Sound familiar? Ask ChatGPT which neurodivergent profile most closely matches, and the answer is dyslexia. Next question. In a world where AI will take over many human tasks, is it fair to say that dyslexics will be in demand? Absolutely, was the answer. As AI takes over repetitive tasks, detailed heavy work, linear processing, data crunching and admin functions, the skills it can't replace become the ones organisations will be willing to pay the most for. And those skills align almost perfectly with dyslexic thinking. Thank you.
Fantastic. There should be like a parallel Christmas jumper competition as well, and Rebecca's obviously up there.
I have definitely made the effort with and I've got velvet pants on as well, like I've proper gone for it.